Okay, I want to speak on this whole Ditty saga that's going on. And I know everybody's got their opinions, everybody's got their points of views. Everybody is on the side of Cassie. Everybody's sympathizing and feeling sorry for Cassie. But you know I'm different, okay? Because I'm not going to follow the crowd and I'm not going to take what I see at face value, okay? And I think it's much bigger than what we see on social media. Now, that video that's out, it tells a story. Now, she said he was drunk. Diddy didn't look drunk in that video, man. He had a towel around him. He was moving pretty quick. And it saw her leave. She was leaving. He came up behind her. He punched her and kicked her, stomped her down, and he took what she had, okay? Now, it was awful. It was bad. But my thought is, what happened? Okay? Not saying that it's excusable what he did, okay? But what happened? What happened, or what did she do or say that would cause a man to have that much rage? That was pure rage. I don't care if he was drunk. I don't care for you to say, like, well, regardless of what he said, those are just words and yada, yada, yada. But I think there's a whole history behind that, okay? Because no man, when drunk, is going to fly into that type of rage. Now, she's not a bad-looking woman, and if you claim to love someone, what would cause that much rage? What did she do that would make you fly into that kind of rage? That was pure hatred, anger. What caused it? That's like, say I'm with a woman for like 30 years. Never raised my voice at her. Never put my hands on her. And then all of a sudden, the neighbors see me, she running outside, and I knock her down and dragging her on the ground, and I'm doing what we saw Ditty do in that video. The neighbors are gonna say, like, well, that's not his character. I mean, they always seem to be happy together. And you could say, well, you know, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't. But what did that person do? What led up to that kind of rage? Now, I'm 63 years old, and I've never in my life put my hands on a woman. Never even raised my voice. I've always felt that if it gets to the point where I need to put my hands on her, I don't need to be there. We don't need to be together. But to have that kind of rage, now, he ran down the hallway and he did what he did. And after he stomped her a couple of times, he took back what she had. Now, fellas, we know that if we are treating a woman like a queen, and all of a sudden she becomes spoiled, or start taking things for granted, she probably ran her mouth and she's gonna take what you bought and then leave. Or she probably took something out of his house. What did Cassie do? She's not innocent, you know? She's not really a victim because she had something to do with what happened. And I think that this whole thing with Ditty is much bigger than we think it is, because we have someone there. I believe that there's someone at a much higher level that's pulling all of the strings, maybe a billionaire. Now, they said Clive Davis, that he allegedly had a relationship with this white dude. And I've heard somebody say that he's behind all of this, you know, and maybe he's paying all these people's legal fees that's coming out saying that, you know, Diddy did something to him, and, you know, and they taking him to court, there's lawsuits, and maybe the lawyers are doing it pro bono. We don't know, right? But is much bigger than Cassie and Ditty. Cassie is only a small portion of the bigger picture, okay? And this billionaire, or whoever is backing this, is probably using, more than likely, the social media as a part of destroying Ditty. The target is Ditty, okay? And who's behind all of this drama, these lawsuits that Ditty is enduring? Now, excuse my speech because I got some Invisaligns in my mouth, making me feel like I got them things that dudes be wearing, them gold teeth or whatever, right? But you know, now I heard his apology, and dude looked like he could be possibly suicidal. You know, just the last portion of that video when he turned it off. When he turned that video off, there was a face that came. I saw that face before. And the last time I saw that face, the young man had taken his life. It's my neighbor next door, right? So the last time I saw that face was my neighbor took it that, ignore that. The last time I saw that face, the young man had taken his life. And I think I shared that story once before, right? So I'm hoping that that's not the case, but there's somebody that's at a much higher level that is destroying P. Diddy. Not excusing what he did. What he did was wrong. A lot of people saying it's awful, but she is not innocent at all. Cassie is not innocent, okay? And I mentioned that, you know, before in a prior video, that she's not innocent. You know, everybody's jumping on her side, man. Everybody's feeling sorry for her. And, you know, we don't know the whole story behind that. There's a history that's going on because, like I said, I don't know of any man that had that kind of rage and that female didn't do something, unless, of course, he didn't love her, he didn't care about her, okay? But what happened that led up to what we saw in that video? Now, I think Cassie got paid before, you know, but of course you got people that's greedy and they're going after it, or they're being manipulated and controlled by another entity, okay? Somebody else is backing them, you know? So I think it's much bigger than P. Diddy, and I'm not just gonna take Cassie's side and feel sorry for her and thinks that she's all innocent and she's a victim. No, she plays a major role in what happened to her, okay? I believe that. And am I excusing what Diddy did? No, I'm not excusing that. I'm not gonna call that man out of his name because I don't know the ins and out of what caused that kind of rage. No man is gonna rage like that, you know, especially with a woman like her. She's not a bad looking woman. And if Diddy claims to love that woman, okay, he's got like a little motorbike, but if Diddy claims to love that woman, what created that kind of rage? You know, what happened? You know, it's much bigger than we see, okay? And somebody is backing this. Somebody with money is backing this. Somebody wants revenge on Ditty. Somebody is working to bring him down. They want him to go broke. They want him in prison or something. They want to destroy him like someone was after Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, okay? So it's much bigger than we think it is. So what do you guys think about that?